Okay guys, so we've got to get this stuff here put into those racks there because they're getting pretty empty. Kevin's at work because it's getting to be nighttime, but it's getting to be cooler too, so I'm gonna get to work and see how much of this we can do before the missus and Richard get home. All right, so we got the log lift loaded. We're gonna split this and see what that translates to in the roadside racks. This is all softwood that we got from a tree service job. Be fine for the roadside racks right now. We don't typically run softwood in our roadside racks during heating season. But for right now, everybody says pine is fine. This is pine and hemlock, so we'll get this split up. What most people don't know around here is hemlock actually has more BTU value than soft maple does. So a lot of guys that put soft maple in their firewood, this hemlock will actually burn hotter and longer than that. So it'll still be good firewood. It's dry, it's been cut since, last September. So the bark's all coming off it. You can see the ends are checked up. So we'll get this split and see what we get. For those of you guys with small wood yards and don't really necessarily have the need for a tractor, these DR power wagons are awesome. The newer ones are even better than this. This is an older model. It's got like a 6.5 horse. It's got forward and reverse gears, as well as a brake. So if you look here, you've got reverse and 4 forward gears. The 4th gear and forward, unless you want to run with it, yeah, I don't recommend that. But you know, I like 2nd gear. Kevin likes 3rd. Kevin likes to go faster than I do. I don't like picking the wood up off the ground. The bed on it will tip and dump. It's got a little carry tray here. It's got some water bottles and some vice grips in it right now. But this holds about $30 worth of wood in our racks, or 1/12 of a cord, in case anybody was wondering. But let's get this split and filled and see what we end up with. got a bunch started, and once I get a bunch started in here, then I'll rearrange it and I'll finish filling after. I try to take as much of the bark off as I can when I'm doing this, because this stuff's pretty dry, so the bark's going to fall off anyway. So if I can get it off before it ends up in somebody's vehicle or beside the road in the stands, then I'm just going to try to do that. I know it's a little more work, but I just think it's easier that way. Do it now, be done with it, keeps it all in one area. My new fancy microphones should be coming at the end of the week, and then hopefully we'll be able to do some more voiceover stuff while we're actually doing this. But for now, you guys are just going to have to deal with me yelling and hopefully be able to hear it when we do the video, or I'll just mute it and do a voiceover. But as you can see, I think that was just 2 rounds, and 2 rounds almost filled this tier, so not too bad. We'll get splitting some more and fill this up a little bit better. I said it was cooling down. I was kidding. It's still, sorry about that. It's still mid 80s or so, and it's humid. I would use a really nice thunderstorm right now. But we're gonna bring this buggy out and we're gonna see what this fills up. It should be about a $30 bin, and we'll see how close we are to that in just a second. So that's 1 power wheelbarrow full. We've got maybe a handful of pieces that need to go in that upper corner. We had so much fun. Let's go do it again. Almost angelic with the sweat and the sun. I mean, I don't know what everybody's talking about. Double fisting it. I know when it's warm like this, can't seem to drink enough. I probably drank 2 gallons of water today, but it's that time of year and it is what it is, so. Got to stay hydrated. I'm gonna do at least 1 more, if not 2. If my wife has some work to do for the clinic when she gets home, I'll probably stay out here until she flags me in and tells me it's time. I'm already hot, I'm already sweaty, I'm already dirty, so we may as well keep going. But I wanted to take a minute and ask you guys, what do you think? How do I want to word this? How do you feel about firewood competition in your area, and what do you do to set yourselves apart? I know for us, I make sure that the measure is right. I tell somebody right up front, if you stack this and it does not come out right for whatever reason, you call me, we will make it right, guaranteed, no questions asked. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to rip anybody off. We all work too hard for our money. The other thing that we do is the roadside racks. There really aren't many roadside racks around us in our area. So we do that, and that's a convenience. I've had 3 people stop today while we were out doing firewood and say, you know, this is really awesome that you guys have this. This is so much better deal than going and buying bundles from the gas station or something like that. Now, I'm going to be selling bundles. I've toyed with the idea of doing 1 cubic foot bundles to see if the bigger bundles would set us apart. It's going to make it more expensive, so I don't know if the price point, I think when you go to the convenience stores, the little mom and pop gas stations, stuff like that, everybody's selling 0.7 cubic foot bags. I think 0.75 cubic foot is kind of where you need to be. If you do a bigger bag, it's going to be more expensive. I don't know if it's going to sell. It's not what people are used to seeing, but you know, that was just kind of a question I had. What do you guys do to set yourselves apart? I know for us, it's our measure and our quality of our product. I don't ship out. You'll see us pick out rotten centers and things like that as we're splitting. I don't put white birch in my firewood. I don't put popple in my firewood. Our hardwood firewood is maples, ash, oak, yellow birch, beech, hornbeam. Very once in a great while we'll get an elm tree here and there and a cherry tree here and there. but we use quality hardwoods. I don't use the filler wood that some of the other people do. Our length is consistent. Grant measures every stick. There's not a lot of not a lot of variation. We're very consistent with our lengths. So when it's stacked, it's nice, it's neat, it looks good. That makes a big difference too. But yeah, so I was just curious. I'm gonna finish hydrating and then I gotta do some more splitting and see if we can get these racks filled up a little bit. There's round 2. I'll show you when we're finished. More visual proof that it's still hot out and it's getting darker. Let me spin you around. We got the second buggy down. So there is buggy number 2, a little bit bigger than buggy number 1. And we're gonna go see if we can fill the other 30 and finish the 30 that we didn't get. I may have to split those 2 pieces that I just put on there to do it. So let's see. Ooh, my bride's home, but we're not done yet. I gotta stack this one. Come on guys, stay focused. Glutton for punishment. Let's do 3. There's the third one on there. Let's do it. Still shiny, still sweaty. 3 done. There's the third and final buggy that I'm gonna do for tonight. It's like 8:30. I've had enough. So 3 and 1 good size round buggy fulls filled the $100 rack there. That's a perfect third of a cord. So each one of those buggies is about 1/10 of a cord, just shy. Not too shabby. But if you like this stuff, guys, give a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. And in case you're wondering, you're gonna see more rack filling because they're hitting us hard. Send help.